You're in for a treat no matter what. So please put your hands together for Zachary Shea.
Adam actually made me go first the very first night I ever came to one of these. I signed up and I showed up and he was like, hey, how's it going? And I'm like, hey, I think I signed up to tell a story. My name is Zach. He's like, yeah, you're first. All right. I think, though, I'm going to start with one of sort of my favorite funny anecdotes, which is that I have had to come out to multiple people as straight in my life. And it's usually my queer friends, and they're usually very disappointed. I don't know what it is about me. My three favorite responses, by the way, are my good friend Amelia. She is wonderful. She said, I'm over it, but I'm still mourning. Her partner, actually, Gideon, who met me when she introduced me as Zach, the straight one, because she knows two Zachs. And he said, are you sure? And finally, my partner's friend, Mary, who has on multiple occasions tried to get me to take her estrogen with her, which seems odd to me. It seems like that would be expensive, but she was like, maybe it'll feel good. You can't know until you try it. I'm just a disappointment to a number of people is kind of the way I put it off. I was also a late bloomer, because, look at me. This is a dweeb before you. I didn't lose my virginity until I was 18, I believe. And I call that a late bloomer. I think it is a late bloomer. I'm pretty sure it's a late bloomer. When I was a high school senior on the bus, freshmen would tell me about how they were out drinking, and I was like, yes, that's the thing we do on the weekends, definitely. I still haven't had a drink of alcohol. But I did start dating around 18, around when I was in college, and I was pretty evidently not very good at it, which of course is fine. But I remember one instance in particular where I had been seeing this woman for, I think it was about 3 months, and she was very directional. I didn't play very many sports when I was a kid, but I imagine this would be like planning out like a sport, there's always a sporting team will huddle and they'll have like a picture of the field and where everyone's supposed to go, and she'll be like, okay, you will go here, I'll be like this, and then we'll get it done, and then that's it, that's the end. But I guess it wasn't going well, and while we were in the middle of things, she threw me off and started masturbating. Pretty furiously. It was interesting. I had not had very many sexual encounters, and that included mutual masturbation, which is a wonderful thing that people should be able to do. But so I was a little concerned with how furiously she was doing it. I wasn't totally clear on how I should be engaging. Should I be cheering her on? Am I supposed to be adding something here? So eventually I just decided, you know what, we've clearly changed the game plan, so I should just ask her, do you need any help? No. So she finished up, and then she was like, okay, you can go now. So that was the end of that night. It wasn't the last time I've ever had an experience like that. Rejection comes in all forms. When I moved to Madison, I didn't know very many people. I got on a dating app because, of course, look at me. I'm of the age where that's the thing you do. I didn't have very many friends. I didn't have very many opportunities to meet people. And I went on a couple of really terrible dates. But I remember the first really good date in particular, and we were really, really hitting it off. And it was going great. And she was like, yeah, no, you're great. This is a fun time. And then she got a phone call. And so she walked away. We were at, I can't remember the name of the park up by East Johnson, right on the water. Did I hear it? James Madison, thank you. We were hanging out. She goes to take a phone call, and she comes back. And she goes, I'm really sorry. That was my ex-husband, and I think we're going to make it work. She was, to be clear, very gracious about it. But she was like, yeah, we had broken up. I had gotten on a dating app, but then we had started talking again, but I'd already set it up a date with you. But we just had a phone call, and I really, like, that's what it's going to be, and I don't want to lead you on. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. Because, like, what else are you supposed to do? And, of course, like, it's not her fault. But things did eventually work out. I am engaged. I do have a partner. She is lovely. She is wonderful, and I do love her very much. But I do remember on our very first date, to bring this full circle, we had gone on a date around downtown. We were having a good night, and she was getting along, and I worked up the courage to be like, I feel like this is going well. Can I give you a kiss goodbye? And she was like, of course. She was like, actually, would you like a ride home? And I was like, what? No, I have my bike. She's like, I have a big car. I bet your bike would fit in my car. And I was like, no, it's fine. It's the opposite. You're in Sun Prairie. I'm on the west side. Like, we're going the opposite direction. And it wasn't until a year later she was like, I cannot, like, she was very aggressive about online dating. She had this big wall of every negative message she had ever gotten. She's like, don't message me if you're planning to send me any of these. Don't message me if you're not willing to have your message on this wall. And she was like, I cannot tell you, like, how, like, used to I was needing to be on guard, and here I was trying to get into a strange man's house, and I couldn't do it. So that's the end of my story. I never know how to finish these things. A nice little arc. But, Adam, what are you doing? You're supposed to come up here and take it. He always does this to me. He always leaves me hanging at the end.